welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to start our color along from Colormorphia by Kerby Rosanes. And the page that we're going to do is this bug page right here. And I've got our color combinations picked out and everything for it, as well as what I think we're going to do for the background, which is where we're going to get started today. I'll try to move things around a little bit so I can lay the book out flat, hopefully. Okay, this is probably gonna have to go over here. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do for, if I could talk today, I think what we're going to do for our background is use some distress inks, and I have picked out antique linen, ground espresso, and walnut stain for the background. And so try to get things situated and zoomed in, and we will get started. Well, no, probably won't zoom in until we're done with this background. Let me adjust my tripod just a little. Okay, so I have a plastic cutting mat behind my page, and we will get started. I don't know what I just got on my page. See if I can get that off. A little bit. Okay. So I have these tools, the little dauber tools, and I have a couple different types of sponges on there. But we'll get started with the ground espresso, and you may just want to watch this, and if it doesn't turn out very well, you may want to do something different for your background. That's perfectly okay. But or of course, if you don't have distress inks, you can use anything else you want to use for your background. But anyway, I'm just pressing the dauber onto the ink pad, and then I have my palette next to me, and after I throw my tool across the room, I'm just gonna dab this on here a couple times to try to keep from having too many harsh lines. That does help sometimes. I'm not the best with these, but I've been trying to play with them a little bit more. But I'm not pressing hard. That's another thing to keep from getting the harsh lines, is to not press really hard against the page. It's barely touching the page. And I'm moving the dauber in just light circular motions. And I'll try to avoid the illustrations on the page. But if I happen to go over it, colored pencil does go over top of distress ink very easily. So I forgot to dab it. It's okay. You might hear my son playing in the background. He's at home with me. We have been off for Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. Got to enjoy time with their family, and hopefully have some good food. Good food, good company, all that good stuff. I'm just putting this around the edges a little bit here and there. Of course, if you don't think it's dark enough or something like that, you can always go over it more than once. We're going to use the 3 different colors, so I'll try to figure that out later if I feel like I need more of a specific color or not. So, of course, you can use other tools to do this with. There are lots of different tools for applying distressing. You can use the oval brushes like what I use for the King Arts gel crayons. There's smaller daubers that you can use. There's the finger daubers. There's all kinds of fun tools out there to use. Okay, that's enough of that particular color. And so next we'll use the walnut stain. Let me actually get this. I'll just use this dauber here. And I'm just gonna go around and add this in some places. Well, I got quite a bit right there, but that's okay. It's all right. Like I said, I know I'm not the greatest with these, so it's not gonna be perfect, but yeah, it's okay. It's about having fun, right? Okay. And now we'll go in with the lightest color, which is the antique linen. Okay. going over these just a little bit, but I'm not too concerned. Like I said, the colored pencil will go right on top. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. And then right in here, looks like there's a hard place inside of my little sponge there. Okay, a little bit more along here. All right, and there is that. And now I think what I'm gonna do is move this palette out of the way. I think we're going to give this a little spritz with the distress sprayer. It's just water. And I have some paper towel here to dab this up with. Okay, and just lightly spray a little bit around the page. Go back and blot it. And that gives us that little speckled effect. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but it leaves the little spots on there. I like the way that that looks. All right. Okay, so now we'll get zoomed in and we'll get started on coloring our lovely little bug here. We're gonna do part of it in shades of gold. Also, I think I am gonna use some metallic watercolor on just some of the parts on the side that has the metal gears and things. Just a little bit here and there. Little pops of metallic. And then the other side we are going to do in shades of blue and purple. So let me zoom you in and we'll get started. Move my book over as far as I can. Okay. I think we're gonna get started on this part of his body here. And for that, of course, I covered up my pencils. Sorry. For all the movement, let's see, Indigo. Okay, so get you right back in frame. Okay, the colors I've chosen for that part of our bug are Indigo Blue, Copenhagen Blue, True Blue, and Nonphoto Blue. So I'm just going to give these a quick twist in the sharpener, and then we will get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Indigo Blue, and any of the areas that Kerby has the really dark lines, that's going to be where I'm going to concentrate this indigo. I'm going to put it down, and then heavier where it's darkest, and then feather it out. I used to find Kerby's images, which, even though I love them, I used to find them very intimidating. But the good thing about his work is, if you look at it closely, he gives you hints as to where your shadows should be and stuff like that. So it actually makes it easier to do. But I do love his work. I'm going to grab, just a second, I'm going to grab a piece of paper, so it's a little damp still, just to rest my hand on, so hopefully I'm not I don't know if it would, but hopefully if it would, that I wouldn't be dragging that ink around. Okay, and now we'll go over that with Copenhagen Blue. Go over top of it and extend that out. Just making sure you leave a soft edge for the next color to blend into. And of course, also, if you don't have Prismacolors but would like to follow along, you of course still can. Just pick similar shades if you want to use the same colors in whatever set that you have. And if you don't like the color combination, you can always choose your own and just color along while you watch the video with whatever combination you choose. Okay. Next is True Blue. And we'll just do the same thing, just go over the color that's there and extend it a little, feather it out, leave room for our last color. Not sure exactly how much we'll finish today, but I'll probably try to keep this around 30 minutes or so that it's not too long. Okay, and then our last color is the Nonphoto Blue. And with that, we will just go over top of everything and blend those in and fill in any white space that's left. Find my brush. I covered everything up with the book. I'm using a little bit heavier pressure with this one since we are blending all these colors together. I'll go around these two little bolts that are right there. I'll probably end up using metallic gel pen or metallic watercolor paint on those, considering how small they are. Okay. All right. So that's that part. start, and we've probably got about another 5 minutes left or so. So I'll probably try to do these 2 legs down here, and I think, actually no. I think I'll do those in the purple combination. I think I'm gonna do his body and his head, this half of his head in the blue, and then this leg and these 2 legs and this part of the wing in the purple combination. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So, and actually I missed part of this, so take the indigo and go along here. And then, see, it's true blue. Okay, Copenhagen Blue. For that. And then true blue. And lastly, the Nonphoto Blue. I'm not going to worry about those 2 circles in there. I'm just going to color right over top of them because they're just too tiny. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this real quick. Alright, so the colors that I'm using for our purple combination are black grape, violet, permaviolet, lilac, and grade lavender. And these need a quick twist too. Well, we might be going over 30 minutes. That's okay. It is perfectly fine. Just don't. I just been trying to make them shorter for you all, so hopefully you're not getting too bored. Okay, there we go. So now, this is okay, so we're gonna start with the black grape. We'll do this little leg right here. And again, where Kerby has the most, the heaviest dark lines he's added to the work will be where we put this black grape. And then we'll go over top of that with violet. And I know on these legs there's not a whole lot of room, so just do the best we can at fitting the colors on here. And if we don't get them all, we don't get them all. It's fine. Permaviolet, make sure you can see. Go over what we've laid down. Okay. I'm trying to lose my voice this morning. Next is lilac. I'm just leaving a little bit of room for the grade lavender. And then we'll go over everything with it with the grade lavender. And I'll blend all those colors together, as well as fill in any white space. And there is one leg done. In our lovely little purple combo. Okay, and we'll do the same on this one with the black grape. Okay. Violet. Perma Violet. Lilac. Okay. And grape lavender. Okay. All right. And I think we'll do this little wing here. So we'll start with the black grape again. And again, we'll go in here. And as the lines get further apart, I'm going to lighten my pressure. And again here. And then put a little along here. And along the very edge, just a tiny bit. And then along this edge as well, just a little bit. I'm gonna go over this line here with this color. Okay. And now we'll go in with the violet. Go over top of what we just laid down. Extend it. And feather that out. Lighten up the pressure as we go. And same here. Again, go over this here. Just a little. And now our Perma Violet. Lilac. Okay, and again around the edges. Okay, and lastly is our grade lavender. Let me brush that off real quick. Actually, I'm gonna go put a little bit more of this lilac in here. Just really lightly, barely touching the page. Just leaving a hint of color all around in here. And over that, like that. Okay. Now we'll take our grade lavender and we'll go over everything. Blend that in. And fill in the white space that's left. Over this part and this part first. And through here. Let me sharpen this real quick. Okay. All right. There is that. I'm still fiddling with it, of course. I have a problem with that. I tend to do that a lot. Okay. All right. So we are probably going to end this here for today. But I'm going to zoom out and let you get an idea of what we have done. Whoops. And that's where we're at so far. So when we come back next time, we'll finish this side of the bug, and then if we have time, we'll start on some of the metallic side as well. But yeah, so I hope you like how it's going and how it's looking so far. If you do, please leave me a comment down below, or even just a comment to say hi. Anything at all. If you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. But until next time, stay safe and happy coloring. Bye, guys.